Hello everyone! In this video we are going to explain what is App Inventor and how it works. App Inventor is a web platform that allows you to create applications in your phone device. This app has three main components. Blocks Editor, it allows us to give instructions to each of our components. Emulator, App Inventor provides an Android emulator which works just like an Android but appears on your computer screen. And Components Design, these are elements that are combined to create mobile applications. Therefore, App Inventor is an app where you can learn basic programming concepts, and also you can create your own phone application that works on Android platform. Now, let's see how the application works. To start working, we have to create a new project and name it wherever we want, but this name cannot have spaces, so it can be written all together or separated with a low bar. We can access to this project wherever we want to, syncing up in App Inventor with our account. Now we can see on the screen like a mobile phone. We can change the size of our device in this tab to see everything we are doing more clearly. We recommend working with the tablet size. This phone is our visor, so we can see all the elements that we are adding to our screen and how it would look like in our device. On the left, we have all the components that we are going to add to our applications: buttons, labels, text box. Also, we have components that allow us to organize our buttons and our labels in horizontal way or vertical way. Also, we can select media, sound recorder, camera, speech recognizer. This way we can use the different sensors of our mobile phone. We can also introduce animations and canvases that can be used as whiteboards. These are in general ways the components that more we will use. On the right, we can see a box called Components. In this box, we can see a list with all the components we're adding to our device, like buttons or labels. Further down, we are going to have the possibility to upload files to our project like canvas that we could need to our app. Finally, on the right also we have the properties. If we click on whatever of our components that we had added to our device, or if we click on our screen, we can change the size, the color, the text that we want to appear on our screen, and the screen layout. If we want it to appear centered, because by default it comes to the left. Also, we have the possibility to make not visible some of these elements. So, this would be all the design part. If you look at the upper right, we have two buttons, Designer and Blocker. Now, click on the Blocker button because we are going to explain all the different blocks that we can find on the programming part. These blocks allow us to decide how our components will behave. It must be clear that this is an event programming and these events must be executed when the user interacts with our application. In this screen, we can see a section named Blocks and another section named Behavior. So, we have to take some of these blocks and drag to our Behavior section. But, first of all, we're going to explain what components we can find here. On the left, we see all the generic components. On one side, we have the control components. Among them, we find if then, test a given condition, if then else, test a given condition, the same as the previous one, but if the condition is not true, it performs another action. Then we have open another screen, opens another screen with the name provided, and also you can add and start value. Also, we have logic blocks. True represents the constant value true. It is used to set values of boolean properties or components. Also, we have no, same as, check if the arguments are equal, and returns true if all values are true, or check if any of the two conditions are true. Also, we have math blocks. This one, it can be used as any positive or negative number. All of these ones compares two values and returns true or false. Then we have text box blocks. This string may contain characters, letters, numbers, or other special characters. Then we have join, append all the entries to make a single string. This block can also be used if, for example, we want to make a sentence that also includes a variable. Then we have list blocks. Create an empty list, make a list, creates a list with a given number of elements. Length of list returns the number of elements in the list. Select list item selects the item in the index given in the list. Insert list item inserts an item in the list at the given position. Also, we have color blocks, basic color blocks. Then we have variable blocks. This one initialize global name to. This block is used to create global variables and assign the value of the 50th blocks to them. By clicking on a name, you can change the name of this global variable. Then we have get. This block provides a way to get any variables that has been created, and set to assigns this variable the value specified as input. Finally, we have procedure blocks. To procedure, collect a sequence of blocks together in a group. And to procedure result, this works as the previous one, but this returns a result. Below, we see the elements that we have added to our screen. If we click on them, we also see a series of control blocks and procedures so that we can work with them when screen 1 is initialized or when we click on a button. Okay, now let's do an example. Let's create an application containing a button, a text label, and the speech recognizer. The idea is that when we click on the button, the speech recognition of our device is activated. Once it stops, the phrase that we have said will appear in the text label. So to start, we add a button, a text label, and in the media part, we add the speech recognition. As you can see, by default, all the elements are adjusted to the left side, so this will go to the properties part of the screen and select in these two boxes center. Well, we can also add a title to the button. In this case, we can put click here. And on the text level, we don't want anything to appear, so what we're going to do is simply delete the text. Okay, now we go to the block part. As I mentioned before, the idea is that when we press the button, the voice recognition is activated. For it, we go to screen 1 and click on button 1. As you can see, more blocks are displayed that allow us to work with this button. In this case, we're going to take the first block, when button 1 click. What happens when we click the button? That the speech recognition is activated, so we go to the speech recognizer and what we do is to call it, so we take this block. Okay, now what we need is that once the speech recognition has our phrase, it writes it in the text level. To do this, we take the first block. Now we go to the text level and we choose the set level text block because we want it to write in this level the previous result. Therefore, we will add a get result at the end. Okay, now let's test our example on our mobile device. Hello.